one this year, we actually invited a number of non-school kids, non-St. Patrick kids, to the parish religious education prep program. That resulted in a 10% increase in participation over the previous year, which is a real plus and a real progress. We've instituted three family faith nights, which involve discussions with parents about the prep program, what's to be expected, discussions with the parents about how to share their faith with their children. We created a Parents Advisory Committee to partnership more between parents, children, and the St. Patrick community. We have a program now for special needs kids so that those children are not left out. We've enhanced, that's not like a political candidate. We've enhanced our computer access. We've reorganized Sunday school. We've added cantor and pianist to our Gather the Children. All of these things we're devoting to enhance that program and achieve a greater partnership. Older kids, our teens. We on the parish council and in the formation group are very well aware of the challenges that face our teens and the need for the church, for this community to step up. We've created a special group, a special panel, I'd like to call it a blue ribbon panel, to investigate and evaluate what we're doing here and what we could be done. To use a political metaphor, we've got the hood up, we've got our sleeves rolled up, and we're going to see what, if anything, needs to be changed. In addition, we have our ongoing activities, our special events, our ongoing programs that will continue over the year. Finally, our athletic ministry. I don't know about most of you, but when I had younger children, I discovered many of the best talks about faith, about church, about important subjects occurred when we were on a ball field, when we were participating in sports together. It was the opportunity to discuss that. We have recognized that, and we have recognized that our athletics programs, they're a ministry. They're not just a ball team. Ball team you can get at any place here in town. They're a ministry designed to enhance the faith of our young people. So we've instituted a sports leadership program which is designed to teach and strengthen virtue along the lines of what we see on our banner over here: courage, humility, and charity. So we have a lot of things going on. I think I have exhausted every minute of my time, if not more. I don't see the hook coming out. So I thank you for your attention, and I'd like to now ask someone who needs no introduction, Rocco Pigneri, come up and talk about social concerns. Thank you all.
Good evening. I am Rocco Pigneri. I'm speaking on behalf of the Social Concerns Ministry, which is led by Deacon Scott. I must begin by thanking all the parishioners who plan, organize, support, and perform the many activities that allow us as a community to serve those less fortunate. Their work is very touching, exciting, and humbling, and represents St. Patrick Parish in the very best ways of being a faithful beacon of Christ's love by serving those in need. To learn of our many outreach programs, please go to our parish website and scroll down Father Martin's picture. On the right side, you'll see a button labeled Social Concerns and Outreach. If you click on that button, you'll go to a page that lists all of our different ministry categories. Clicking on each one will provide a list of the respective projects with a description of each project and contact information for that project leader. And Deacon Scott and I would be happy to learn of any other new projects that anyone would like to start. We invite you to review our outreach projects, as we feel we have at least one project that will light the candle of each parishioner or parish family towards serving those in need. All it takes is 2 clicks to be calling, or 3 clicks to be emailing a project leader such as Larry Jones to express your interest with the St. Mary's upcoming basketball tournament, or any of our dedicated project leaders. It's easy to check out our activities anytime, and we encourage you to do so Social Concerns Ministry provides a quarterly report via the parish bulletin and website that outlines our activities in our community support to those in need, which, if you watch the quarterly reports, you can see are broad and growing. But tonight we present three areas which will be major points of emphasis for this upcoming year per the strategic plan, in addition to our continuing activities. And those three areas are Catholic social teaching, family ministry opportunities, and mission trips. In addition, I'll conclude with a highlight from the past year, as well as a party invitation to all of you for a dance with live bands this coming Saturday in our Celtic Center. First, on Catholic social teaching. We feel it's important that the parish understand the why underlying our service to those in need. Catholic social teaching provides this foundation for the many instances in the Gospels when Jesus helped the poor in a special place, when he identified with them, and when Jesus preferred to be a servant to the least. That is, the poor, the blind, the hungry, the stranger, etc. The key themes of Catholic social teaching will be presented this coming year via website articles, bulletin inserts, and presentations and other means that parishioners are free to suggest. As St. Patrick Parish becomes more familiar with and understanding of Catholic social teaching, we can each become more like Bartimaeus, the blind beggar among the large crowd, as Jesus and his disciples were passing on the road leaving Jericho. You might recall that after each attempt by those in the crowd to silence him, Bartimaeus only cried out the louder to prove his faith, to the point of throwing off his cloak, likely his most important, if not only possession, to totally expose himself and his faith in Jesus to the entire crowd. As each area of Catholic social teaching is presented, we hope our parish community experiences the same growing confidence of Bartimaeus that enables us to more enthusiastically provide faithful service to those in need. Second, creating family ministry opportunities. Our ministry will be creating family ministry opportunities where parents of children, and grandparents too, can together participate in outreach. We anticipate that such family ministry will support family structure and values, will encourage lifelong outreach, a lifelong interest in outreach from a young age, will have the opportunity for more comprehensive interaction with families in need, and will provide a deeper growth of faith through multi-generational interaction, discussion, and contemplation. Family ministry opportunities being explored include additional involvement with St. Mary's Center and Catholic Charities immigrant events. Opportunities will also be discussed with St. Patrick's School for related outreach interests within the school calendar. And if you have ideas, we'd love to hear them. Third, mission trips. The strategic plan calls for us to ramp up to 2 mission trips per year, 1 domestic and 1 international. This coming year will be used to explore various mission trips to begin to identify which opportunities have the best potential to become sustainable year-to-year mission trips with the corresponding organizations. This year, Deacon Scott and other parishioners will participate in selected mission trips towards identifying our first domestic and international programs. Initial contacts have been made with Hand-in-Hand Ministries, covering both Appalachia and Central America, Water Step, formerly Edge Outreach, Water with Blessings, and a potential sister parish in the Dominican Republic. Again, please contact Deacon Scott or me regarding any other mission trip opportunities. Lastly, a highlight from last year. We would like to bring you up to date with our St. Vincent de Paul Conference. It's new and is led by Julie Westhoff, with several parishioners participating in twice-monthly meetings, home visits, and daily request line monitoring for those in need within the Louisville area. Home visits are made to those requesting aid within our zip code, and many requests are met through teamwork with other St. Vincent de Paul conferences and with community service organizations such as EACM. Conference members grow in faith by serving members of our community requesting assistance, people right here in the Louisville area. During the calendar quarter ending September 30th, our conference assisted 106 clients with prayers, with personal time and support, and with over $5,000 financial aid. Your funds make the St. Vincent de Paul Conference Ministry possible. 100% of funds collected go directly to those in need. Please utilize your envelopes in the weekly collection to support our conference. And support can also be provided the third weekend of each month after each Mass, when our banner and collection box will be in the gathering space. Our conference, and more importantly our clients, appreciate your support. And now for the party invitation. Our Social Concerns Ministry is sponsoring Party with a Purpose this coming Saturday, November 10th at 8 p.m. in the Celtic Center. Parents is a classic rock and blues band. It's been described as you've grown up in the Louisville area. You will see some of the classic performers that you've seen in bands through your youth, all the way to present time to make this great band. Admission is free. We will be trying to accumulate support for our conference, St. Vincent de Paul, as well as the EACM. And it is an adult event, college age or older. There will be a cash bar. We invite you to bring your friends and bring an appetizer, and we should all have great fun this Saturday night. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Cliff Freeman to speak about our school. Thanks, Rocco. And Dr. Bratcher here to have a few comments after I'm done talking about how the school board was invited to be part of the strategic plan this year. This is my third year representing the school board, and I would have to say that the last year and a half is just it's been a lot of work, and it's been a pleasure to work with Dr. Bratcher. Focused on the strategic plan, we had to come up with a vision and purpose both for that plan, and it coincided with the Archdiocese accreditation. So what I want to cover is a little bit about the vision and purpose, but really talk about the accreditation review and those results, and then some other positive things that we have seen here recently with the school. But what I want to focus on the vision and purpose, we have a very elaborate vision and purpose, not necessarily something that everybody can memorize and restate, but what I want to focus on is the Catholic identity piece of that. Father Martin, it comes from the top. Dr. Bratcher, every teacher and volunteer is about including Catholic identity in everything that we do. And I think not only do you see that in every communication, but for those that have students, you see it in the pony and anything that comes out from the marshal. When you walk into the school, if you can't feel that this is a Catholic school,